and their truth. And what we find, and this relates to an experiment. I taught the psychology of consciousness for 3 years early in my career at a university, and I did this exercise for the class to make this point. And that is, imagine all of the spiritual masters from all of time coming together for a dinner party. And after I had them in this scene in their mind and turned down the lights and really went into some focus on this so that they get the picture in the mind, the next thing I asked them to do is to imagine what they would all be arguing about. And of course, the answer is nothing. Because what makes them masters is being connected to reality. And this is reality at a very deep, basic, big R level. In other words, energy. And at that level, everybody agrees. All the masters basically say the same thing. So you see where peace is? This is where peace is.
Yeah, the peace is aligning our little r with the big R.
Right, exactly. And as soon as we have that, everybody's in agreement. No more
because
conflict.
big R is already designed as peace.
Exactly. Exactly. See, there's a big difference in terms of reality. I think what this really comes down is the argument or the difference between what I call observation and judgment. Observation is the way things are if you observe them clearly. Judgment is the way you may think they are or perceive them to be or thought they should be or, all of that other stuff that is different from the way they are. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Let me throw this in there, Doc.
Okay.
He actually says, again, it's his opinion. We know that. You don't have to keep repeating that.
Right.
After the spirit of a human being's spirit is released from the body, it can walk or float through anywhere it wants to. And because of there isn't any proof about hell and heaven, that's why, again, in my opinion, spirits that can walk our world.
Well, it sounds like what he's describing is that the more you're connected to yourself, the lighter you feel, for sure, and the more you can, basically deal with anything. But you do that from the strength of connecting to yourself and your energy and your power and your truth.
Yes, and again, it's interesting how fascinated we get with proof. Like, we need all this proof, and of course we base our proof on our 5 senses, which is very limited.
And see, therein lies the problem right there. If we will base our truth on what we really feel when we're really connected to our truth and our spirit, we're going to be a lot better off, because what happens with people who are able to do this, even the spelling bee winners, when they interview them to see how they